Florida State Seminoles hosting the LSU Tigers, and the Tigers are 2.5-point road favorites. The over-under is at 55.5 points. The Tigers are minus 140 on the money line, and Florida State are plus 116. Now, this is a neutral site game, so just keep that in mind. There is no real home team. They're playing at Camping World Stadium, which is in Orlando, so it's in Florida, so technically, maybe that's why they made FSU the home team. Now, head-to-head, they have played once. The game was last year. They played in LSU, or LSU was the home team, and FSU won that game 24-23. They were 4-point underdogs. So the underdog is 1-0, the road team is 1-0, and the under hit in that game because the under was 51 points. Now, LSU was 7-3 in their last 10 games overall. However, they were 5-5 against the spread, crushing Purdue 63-7, getting rolled by Georgia 50-30, losing to Texas A&M 38-23, beating UAB 41-10, beating Arkansas 13-10, and they beat Bama 32-31. That was LSU. For Florida State, they were 7-3 in their last 10, 6-4 against the spread. They closed out the season last year on a 7-game winning streak, beating Oklahoma 35-32, Florida 45-38, ULL 49-17, Syracuse 38-3, Miami 45-3, and Georgia Tech 41-16. I understand that these are two different teams now between last year and this year, but they closed out strong. Now, Florida State is 11-5 against the spread in their last 16 games. They are 5-0 straight up in their last 5 games, and I read off what they were. LSU is 10-3 in their last 13 games, and the over has hit in 7 out of their last 8 games. This is the which version of which team do you trust? Because both of these teams finished differently, and we could say the level of competition was probably, I don't want to say equal, but LSU has the SEC. They did have a couple of softball games tossed in there on them, but they did get buzzsawed by a couple of teams. I'm going to take the home underdog in this one. I'm going to take FSU with the money line. I'm going to take FSU getting the points. And although I'd like to say that this is going to be an under game because it's an SEC game, I'm going to go over. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut and please bet responsibly.